Previously on the Traveling Together Journal, we spent nearly 2 months traveling around Nicaragua and have so many awesome adventures to show for it. We spent time exploring with new friends made on the road and got to share our traveling life with an old friend who had come to visit. Now, with our visas running out again, we carry on to our next international border crossing.
Good morning! It is going to Costa Rica Day. It's also day 314 of travel for Matt, Jagger, and I. And we are leaving from Playa Maderas. Matt is out for a little surf right now, and when I walked down here to film him, he was the only one in the water. I don't know what time he got up, but he's been up for a while. So hopefully that'll make for a very happy Matt before we go through the border today. All right, we're all packed up, headed to the Costa Rica border.
Border day.
Woohoo! Bye bye, Maderas! Bye! There's Lake Nicaragua!
The easy drive from Maderas to the border crossing had us cruising down the Pan American Highway. Unlike most Central America borders, there was no line of semi-trucks or any vehicles for that matter blocking the road. We just cruised past the fixers or helpers offering their services straight to the first checkpoint and gave them our paperwork. They were training a new border official, so they may have been going through the process a little more thoroughly than normal.
So they just asked Matt to open up the back. I think the check went pretty okay. He's just training, so he just probably needed to like look inside to help train this guy what to do.
The border officials were satisfied and sent us to this large building that houses the Nicaraguan Immigration and Customs. It is convenient that both agencies are in the same building, but we found it confusing that this one building houses both north and southbound traffic. It is set up so that the pedestrian traffic naturally enters the border through the pedestrian gate, enters the building, gets processed, and exits the other side of the building in the direction of their destination. We didn't know this, and the only parking is on the south side of the building, so we entered through the south, and had a hard time explaining to the official that we were coming from Nicaragua, not trying to enter it. Eventually the immigration agent understood and allowed us to pay our $2 exit fee and gave us our exit stamps. Next, we found the Customs or Aduana office in the northwest corner of the building. We were given a form to fill out and told to find an agent in the parking lot to inspect our vehicle.
Well, there's quite a lot of overlanders here at the border today. We got these guys. There was that crazy surf van over there. There's a couple motorbikes and another van and then us. And we all had to go through one lady to have our car inspected. And then after we got our inspection, we had to go over to the police, get a stamp, and now we have to do something else, but we're not sure what that is yet.
We had to take our stamped form back to the customs office for one more stamp. Then we got in the line of vehicles going to Costa Rica. A final customs agent saw that we had checked our vehicle out of Nicaragua, then a final immigration officer checked our passports.
Now we are leaving Nicaragua and headed into Costa Rica. So it's gonna be another fun set of desks and buildings and copy places.
Our first step in entering Costa Rica was to fumigate our vehicle. This was free and happened automatically as we drove through. Next, we followed the signs separating us from the commercial trucks and quickly found ourselves at the immigration building, where we waited in a short line and obtained our entry stamps good for 90 days. Next, we went to a small customs building near where we were parked. Here we filled out a declaration form and had the vehicle inspected. With our stamped declaration form in hand, we drove on to the new air-conditioned customs office. After waiting in line here, an agent checked that we had the proper vehicle title and registration and that we had already had the vehicle inspected. Then gave us a new form and told us to go make copies of that, and then to return to a different window in the same office in order to get our vehicle insurance.
So this is the aduana building number 2 for Costa Rica. We pay for our insurance. We got the vehicle paperwork, and we now just need to get through right here. They'll check everything, and hopefully they won't ask for anything for Jagger, because we just kind of didn't declare him and no one really asked and no one noticed him or cared, so hopefully we're not turning around once we drive right through there.
We're in Costa Rica.
We're in Costa Rica. They didn't ask about the dog. We didn't have to go and get any paperwork for him. That's great, because we've heard nothing but horror stories about Panama and importing a dog, so it's nice to have a free border. If you're ever gonna do this drive, always have snacks handy. Chips, nuts, something, because the borders rarely go smoothly. There's a bunch of other gringos that were having problems. Like, one guy had laminated his original title and they weren't accepting it, and I don't know what was going on with some other people, but that's just the kind of crap you just have to anticipate happening. And we were already getting like super hangry. Just whatever you do, pack snacks. Already so pretty. So much more green than Nicaragua. It's crazy. We're only like a few miles more south. Feel good to be in a new country?
It feels good to not be at a border anymore.
Looks like we're stopped. These people are definitely getting searched. Yikes. I just kind of stuck my head out the window and like yelled at the cops and asked if we could pass, and they said okay, so that's good for us. That didn't look like no mess we wanted involved in. We picked out an RV park that doesn't really sound very glamorous, but it's just outside of Liberia.
Actually, you're online.
And we...
Right now,
Siri, you're interrupting me.
For example, try saying center.
We got nothing exciting planned. Stay tuned.
Basically, we're gonna go to an unexciting RV park outside of Liberia, because we're picking up Andra tomorrow, and we just really wanted to make sure we weren't trying to cross the border and go pick somebody up from the airport. And so, as much as we wanted to stay at Madeiras one extra day, we just ultimately decided it was better to get across the border and stay somewhere sort of lame than be risking that kind of shenanigans if we're having to pick somebody up from the airport. So we are just checking out this RV park. It's called El Delfín, but it doesn't seem like there's anybody here. Well, Matt found Freddie, and we're gonna camp over here. They've got like a little plug-in for some electricity, which will be good because obviously we weren't charging it with solar all day long. And we're gonna camp next to that sheep over there, which I'm actually kind of excited about. I really do like my farm animals. All right, release the hound. What are you gonna do with these farm animals? Jagger, did you see their sheep? He's like so uninterested. Definitely need a cerveza after that day. Cheers to a new country, but not a new beer, because we can't afford Costa Rican beer. Good morning. We are just all packed up now, and the camping area is pretty decent. We've got a nice big green field, lots of farm animals to entertain us. But the bathrooms, every time I go in there, I felt like it was something out of a horror movie, especially at night. towards the end of the night, I wasn't going in there unless Matt went with me. I realized it was an irrational fear, but they are really creepy. So anyways, we're gonna clean up in the creepy, scary showers with bats and get out of here. And I'll take the camera and you've got to see this. Matt, how's the shower?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Fresh water.
Oh look, the bat's back. Ah! Alright, so yeah, there's bats in the shower. I mean, just imagine this thing at night, too. This is the toilet I've been using. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice holes in the ceiling. That's where the bats go and fly when they get scared. Oh, I don't know, it's just like creepy. It's like, ah.
I'm excited to see you too.
We are just a little bit outside of Montezuma, Costa Rica, and it looks awesome. I don't know where Matt is. He's probably trying to figure out if there's a wave somewhere around here. All right, we're just sussing out the coconuts, and I'd have to say 50 to 80% of these guys actually look like they've been harvested recently. There are a few that haven't, so it's kind of pick our spot. And it looks like Andra's gonna be sleeping on some crab holes. Hopefully those are crabs and not tarantulas. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure they're crabs.
Next time on the Traveling Together Journal, we explore more of Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula in search of fun, adventure, and unforgettable campsites.